Steve Perry has enough songs to do another album. I'll tell you all about that coming right up, so stick around. Hello everybody, Gary Stuckey here. Welcome back to another episode of Steve Perry News. And Steve, you know, he has enough songs and he can do another album, maybe Traces Part 2. And maybe Jeff Whack could come back and paint another album cover. And speaking of Jeff, he's going to be on an upcoming podcast episode, an interview coming up real soon. I'll let you know about that. Over on my podcast, anchor.fm/Gary-Stuckey, I'll have that link in the description. Go check it out. Some cool interviews coming up. Some cool information that you won't get right here, so go check it out. Anchor.fm/Gary-Stuckey. But anyway, the songs that Steve has recorded, you know, they're adding up. And according to Barry Eastman, who I had on my podcast yesterday for an interview, you know, he wrote You Belong to Me with Steve, right? Barry Eastman. He's a producer, songwriter, plays the keyboard. He wrote There'll Be Sad Songs by Billy Ocean and When the Going Gets Tough. Remember those songs? He talked about the making of the songs with Steve. He's telling stories about Steve. You need to go check it out on my latest podcast from yesterday, and you won't be let down. Very awesome guy, Barry Eastman. But Barry said in that podcast that they recorded 5 songs together. You know, so it sounds like Steve, you know, when he goes to these different artists and records, he does extra. You know, like maybe 1 or 2 might make the album. But the 5 extra ones, you know, what does he do with those? And I know some have said, you know, maybe he deleted them if he's not happy with them, but he recorded them and saves them, you know, on file on his computer, and you know, so they're sitting there for further review, I guess you could say. But if he's recording like 5 at a time, you know, with each artist, you know, and he had about 4 or 5 people that he wrote songs with on this album. So and maybe some more, you know, but if you have at least 5 songs with those people, I mean, that adds up. You know, of course, John 5, he wrote a bunch of songs with John 5 according to some reports, and so there you go. I mean, it could be a Traces Part 2, and the songs would probably be different, you know. And according to Barry Eastman, you know, he was playing some upbeat songs when Steve heard him playing, you know, some funky stuff, you know, and maybe John 5 had some heavier guitars. There could be a different kind of sound with some of the same people, you know. That's just an option. You know, Steve may want to go in another direction and use different people. But those songs are there, you know. Those songs are sitting there waiting to be put on an album. And that's exciting for me. Never released songs. I couldn't wait to hear that, right? But as I said, go check out my podcast. Got some cool people coming up soon. You don't want to miss these podcasts and some surprises. I'm telling you, anchor.fm. And I'll put the link, like I said, in the description. Don't want to miss it. Hey, this is Gary Stuckey. Don't stop believing, everybody. God bless you.